In this video, we're looking at system software. In the last video, we looked at operating systems and how it is software that manages both hardware and software resources. System software in this video is referring to the different software and processes that are available as part of your operating system. The first one that I want to have a look at is peripheral management and drivers. So first of all, let's look at what's meant by peripherals. Now, if you think peripheral vision, something that's on the outside, that should hopefully remind you about what is meant by peripheral, which is external devices. It could be things like a keyboard, a printer, a mouse, and so on. As part of system software, you can manage these different devices that are connected, and sometimes you need to install an update to make that device work properly. This is also known as a device driver. So a driver is actually software that allows the operating system to correctly communicate with the peripheral. If you connect a device that your operating system's never seen before, it might be that they can't communicate with each other. By installing the correct drivers, it will fix any bugs and allow that communication between the device and the operating system itself. This usually improves performance and enhances its capabilities, but will also fix any bugs that it might have been experiencing as well. Another feature of system software is user management. The operating system allows different users to have separate accounts. Now, it might be that different users like having things set up in a different way, so you can personalize your own profile so it's set up in the way that you like. Now, if different people are using the computer, it might be that you want to have different access rights. We've talked quite a lot about access rights in the past when we looked at our networks topic. But as a quick reminder, an admin might have access to more things than a guest might have. The admin might be able to make changes to the computer itself, install extra programs, whereas a guest might just be able to use the things that are already on there, but not make any actual changes to the computer itself. As part of a user management feature, you've also got security features as well. This can be setting up things like passwords, authentication, finger ID, and so on. Another feature of system software is file management. So when you've got your files stored in a hard drive or a solid state drive, it can be quite confusing for us to understand, but how we see it and interact with it is actually really easy. And that's because we store our files in a structured way in folders that we can recognize. So what we're looking at here is a folder that I've got on my computer. This is actually stored in a place on my hard drive. So for us to interact with it, we can click on the file that's inside it and we can perform different actions with it. Most of these actions are across the top here, so we can copy them, we can rename them, we can share them with other people, we can delete them, and we can move them. For example, I can drag and drop this one inside here, whereas actually that's changing the location of that on the hard drive. So as a final overview of system software file management, we've got naming, renaming files so they're given easy identification for us. We've got folder allocation so that files are stored in the different directories or folders as we call them. And we can move and save different files. Files can be copied, moved, or deleted. And all of this comes under what we call file management. Okay, let's practice some questions on this topic. Question number 1, explain what is meant by a device driver. Question number 2, identify 2 features of user management. And question number 3, give 2 advantages to a user of file management. Okay, let's run through the answers then. So question 1 was explain what is meant by a device driver. You could have put something like software that allows the operating system to communicate with peripherals. They can add extra functionality to the devices. Question number 2 was identify 2 features of user management. So we could have gone for security and access rights. And for question number 3, give 2 advantages to a user of file management. I've gone for a user can rename files, that would get me 1 mark, so that they can be found and identified easily. So that's your second mark on that first advantage. You also could have gone for files can be stored in folders, that's 1 mark, so that they can be kept organized and found easily by the user. That's your second mark for that one. And that's it for this video. I'll see you next time.